Yo, what's up, guys? So here's a real one on the industry. Let's get real, right? So I'm talking about agents again and that whole world. I want to sort of like encapsulate this better. I sort of mentioned it like here and there, but let me try to like encapsulate it better. So when Cherry got fired from CAA after 19 years of being there, growing up there, from a little kid to a fucking grown woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time there. Pushing 20 fucking years. That's a lot of time to be at a place, right? So I don't think I've really explained this part well enough. She went out to all the places I thought she was going to get a job right away. I thought she was going to go end up at like ICM, UTA, WME, somewhere like that. You know what I mean? Like fairly easily. Just move over, people jump around a lot, but did her whole career, basically, most of it at CAA. And so I thought it would be somewhat of an easy transition. She'll just move over somewhere else. And she went out and everybody said fucking no. All the bigs said nope. So at that point I was starting to get like, holy shit, like this is not going good. And then I'm like, have you tried them? Have you tried? She's like, yes. I'm like, have you tried fucking like? And I'm going lower, man. Like, have you tried APA? You know what I mean? Like, who we always look. I'm just being fucking dead honest. Who we always looked at as fucking garbage. Okay, CA is very fucking. CA is very elitist. Okay, super. Literally. When you used to go to the Christmas parties and this kind of shit, that's what was said. We are the best in the world. And it was kind of true, you know. And for the longest time, WME was like the runner-up, kind of. But that could be argued, you know what I mean? But anyway, so she was going to the lower level, like, already ran through all the bigs, and then starting to go to the lower ones. All of them said no too. I'm just like, what the fuck? So it's like I'm taking this stress on myself too. This is our household. Yeah, if you don't get a job, like that, we're in this together. So the point there is the Smiley Group happened as a last fucking resort because no one would hire her. Nobody. Everybody said no. And what reminds me of this is Devil Wears Prada, the 19th anniversary or whatever. So it just reminds me of that shit, and great movie, by the way. I had nothing to fucking do with it other than trying to help her, like, keep her head on straight, this kind of shit, back then. Later, I was more hands-on, absolutely. But the point is, no one would hire her. So then Smiley Group was formed. And it's interesting that you can go from, like, one of the points there is, the industry is fucking volatile as fuck, right? And a lot of new writers think of it like, they're out somewhere in Iowa. I always say Iowa for some reason. Shout out to Iowa. Or wherever, you know what I'm saying? Like somewhere not Hollywood, not New York, this middle America, this kind of shit. I write a script, I'm gonna sell it, spec. The dream is I'm gonna write that spec, I'm gonna win a fucking contest, and then I'm gonna sell that thing for $1 million, right? That's the fucking dream. But you have this whole other shit going on behind that, like that. The truth is, and I don't want to miss this point. Maybe I'll go here first. See, some of these agents, they have clients like I hesitate to name them because I don't want to say what they make. I know what they make because Sherry was on their team. I know what they fucking make, and I know the backstory behind that franchise. I'm not going to say the franchise. I'm not going to say the writer. It's a huge writer. It's got to be one of 5 people, right? 10 million a year. I mean, 10 million a script. Sorry, not a year. 10 million per script. And they don't want to do it. And they're like, no, I don't. I'm done with this franchise. I don't want to fucking do it. I'm giving you a big hint right now who it is. Said, I want to write a movie that nobody sees. I'm fucking done with this franchise. I fucking hate this franchise. I don't like it. And they keep begging him, just one more, you know what I mean? And then it gets up to like 10 million for the script. You gotta understand, man, when you're saying, like, so many writers say this, I have your next $1 million deal. That's so cliche. Never say that to an agent, because they'll just look at you like you're fucking delusional, because you are. But some of those agents have a client like this, who they make 10 million a script. So their commission is $1 million, technically. But let's break that out. Do they get the whole $1 million? No. See, this is a part that new writers don't even, it doesn't seem like it, that they don't fucking think about this. Walk into CAA, look around. You notice all the fucking marble and shit? You notice how nice everything is? You see that painting? Just take a picture of it and go pull it up and see how much that costs. Okay? All this shit is super fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? Just for a place to land, a landing spot for the building. Super fucking expensive. So no, you don't get, as an agent, you don't get that whole 10%. The agency takes a big cut of that to pay for all this shit. You know what I mean? A lot of writers don't fucking know that. Even though it seems obvious, like, how the fuck do you think they pay for this shit? How the fuck do they pay for one of the best buildings in LA? How? Commission. Off writers' backs, right? And directors and all that. So the agents aren't getting 10%, even though they're called 10%ers. I don't know what the actual number is actually. Maybe they're in real life, maybe 5 or 6%ers. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe someone knows the exact breakdown of when you make a deal, how much does the agency get versus you, you know? And it becomes more difficult to figure that out when you're doing end of year bonuses and this kind of shit. Do they even do that anymore, or did they cut that out? I don't even fucking know. But that's what agents are focused on is the year-end bonus. And you know, with book to film sales, it becomes especially difficult because, you know, it's easy to see when, you know, if you're a talent agent, you put this person to work for 10 million, them for 8, them for 5, them, you know, shit like this. It's easy to see like what your contribution is to the company. You know, because at the end of the year, it's about what did everybody do for the company. The agents, they service the company first before the clients. That's a fucking fact. Agents will always think of the company first, then the clients. But it's not that they're trying to fuck the clients. That's not what it is. It's that if they don't keep the company going, then there is no way to represent these people. You know what I mean? Like Resolution. You know, I knew that company was going under. And I told Sherry, this company is going under. Jeff I don't know what he's doing, man. Like, what is he, honestly, like, that's what I said to Sherry. Is he just trying to burn his money? I don't get it. No one's working. They're just all on fucking around. This company's going down, bro. Put a plan together. See, this is the shit that, you know, this is my part of the side of the shit where I'm involved and I don't even want to be, but I'm just sucked into it because I'm just trying to look out for us, you know, primitively, probably, you know what I mean? As the man of the house, like, I think that's going down. I think you need to fucking put a plan together because I think this shit is gonna fucking burn to the ground. And shit like that. I'm not trying to take credit for this. Let me undo that. But let me say this part. So, you know, I don't know if it's gotten better now for people who do book to film because it's IP is so prevalent. But back in the day, because you go in and you meet with the firing squad to make your pitch about what you've done this year, and you're fighting for your bonus. You're fighting for the biggest bonus you can get, and so what I was saying is it's it's easier when you're like can point to like an actor, I got them that money. The director, I got them 5 million for that, 10 million or whatever. But when you're doing book to film, a lot of those deals are really fucking small. They're not all million, $2 million deals and shit like this. A lot of them are very fucking small. And then the company just they don't know what you do. See, that's the thing. That's what I told Sherry is like they don't really know what you fucking do. They don't get it. They're not putting the math together to realize this book built out deals for, 5 other fucking clients. This book put that actor to work, put that director to work, put the producer to work, put this other actor to work. That's what this little deal did. So in your bonus, it's worth more than just getting paid off the commission off of that. You see what I'm saying? Like maybe the book deal was 40 grand, but it built out a fucking, 30 million, $50 million deal for the company. So I'm like, you need to fucking tell them that. You need to just lay it out for them so they fucking understand it, because I don't think they do. And they were just looking at numbers like, I don't know, your numbers are kind of like, if we do the math on what you brought in compared to this talent agent, you're way lower. You know what I'm saying? However, that's why that talent agent was able to put that actor to work, because of the fucking book. Because someone came along and said, I love that. And that was her job to fucking go find that shit and then push it out there. You got to read this shit. This is a movie right here. It's ready to fucking go. It's already written. All we got to do is just adapt it. Okay? And for the longest time, Hollywood didn't understand what the fuck that was. I don't get it, man. Like, the story's done, dude. It's already a hit out there with people. I'll get into that in 1 second, which is why I was like, with Gone Girl, I was like, how the fuck is no one fucking bidding? It's already a hit. Like, how much more clear can we fucking make it? Or can the writer make it? Not me, like the writer. That so you had to break that out as far as how, see, I'm gonna give Reese a fucking, she doesn't need my fucking shout out, but I'm gonna give Reese a shout out. Like, a lot of people think of her as like Legally Blonde, like, no, super power player, smart as fuck lady. You know what I'm saying? And I would say, I think probably 3 of the big hits through Sherry were through Reese, because she's fucking smart and she likes dark shit. She likes really smart shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're a chick and you want to be in the industry, I would say track off of what Reese has done. Not off what Blake Lively has done. You see? Earned, not earned. Trying to do it the cheap way. Reese was super classy about how she did everything. Power player, smart lady. Gone Girl would have never happened without her. Wild would have never happened without her. Sharp Objects would have never happened without her. A lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, okay? So, I was gonna go here next. Where am I at time-wise? Oh, fuck, my thing's not even fucking, I need to change the batteries apparently. So I don't know where I'm at. Sorry. Then I was gonna go to, I don't know the exact amount of money that the agents take home out of the deal. But I forgot to make the point that, okay, so let's say you have huge clients like that. I'm not going to say who it is, but let's say that's your roster, you know, kind of like that. And you have some huge people. That's $1 million in commission. You know what I'm saying? $1 million in commission. You know, like writers are talking about, I want to make $1 million to sell my script. And then so the commission, 10%, you know, 100 grand minus blah, blah, blah. Shit goes to the agency and this kind of shit. $1 million commission? That's a lot, bro. So again, you think that they're like, I'm trying to make $1 million commission off this. Or I could focus on someone who's quarterfinaling. Are you fucking crazy? Do you see how fucking far away those are? Building a writer from absolutely nothing. They won some little thing, or I can spend my time trying to close this thing and get $1 million in commission. Okay? But anyway, back to the Smiley Group was started out of pure desperation because everybody said no to her. So, you know, the truth is, I think she moved offices a couple times. Who cares about that part? But the main office was in our house, you know, in the back bedroom. That was the office. That was Smiley Group, just, you know, fucking two people in a house, winging it. And the other point there is about that deal. Why that deal stands out to me so much is because we were on fumes at that point. We were on our last fucking dimes with the big overhead, you know what I mean, to pay for. And I was like, I don't know how we're gonna fucking pull this off, man. We have to fucking sell this for a lot of money. There's no other fucking option. And it was a situation, I'll go over this quick because I've kind of said it before, but there's a situation where it could, and probably did, piss some people off, the direction it went. But I'm like, who gives a fuck, bro? Here's the reality. We filed for fucking bankruptcy, dude. Right before that. So we're filing for bankruptcy while this deal's going on. We had it filed. Like, we're at the end, bro. When I say we were broke, we're at the fucking end. And so then I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm leading this shit. Like, excuse me. No, that's not happening. We're going for the fucking most money possible. Fuck Sony. I don't care about Sony right now. I don't care. Sony doesn't care about me. No offense. You know, I know who was running Sony at that point, but they don't care about me right now. I don't care about them right now. This is a deal, and we're gonna get the most for it. So that's what we're doing. And so yeah, so I was fucking shocked that there was no fucking offers throughout the whole day. You know, like, can you imagine? See, you think you're taking your spec script out, and like the whole town's gonna go crazy, you know, and you're taking the biggest book in the world, 96 weeks in the #1 list, bestseller list, #1 spots, and you're not getting offers. That's gonna really teach you that Hollywood doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. You're like, hello, does anybody want this? Yeah, we'll give you like, I think I got some change in my pocket. Like, no, that's not the fucking deal. Are you crazy? Like, it's $1 million minimum. No, fuck your 6 figures. You know what I mean? Because we're not gonna make shit off that. It sells for 6 figures? Fuck that. So yeah, so we filed for bankruptcy, and then so we're at the bottom, crashed. You know what I mean? And this is our only hope to fucking save it. Our only hope. So that's why I fought so fucking hard to get the high price. And I was not gonna fucking back down. And because I had nothing that we had, I'm like, bro, we have not. I told this to Sherry, we have nothing to fucking lose, or we're gonna lose everything. So we're doing the deal this way, okay? Like, and so boom, then the deal's made at the end of the day, and it's just like, thank fucking God, like we pulled it off. And then we pulled back the bankruptcy, didn't file, because now, now we don't have to. And I didn't know, she didn't know, that stays on your record for 10 fucking years, even though we didn't go through with it. If we would have gone through with it, it stays on for 7. We pulled it back and didn't even fucking file, and it stayed on for 10 fucking years. I'm just like, this is crazy, man. Anyway, being a manager is, I'm just going to, I don't know where I'm at time-wise, but I'm going to ramble about some more manager shit about like how difficult it is, man. Like, when you're kind of like, if you're not salaried is what I'm saying. If you're at like a CAA or a WME, you're salaried, a check's coming in every fucking 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But if you're a manager, like freestyling, like you're a lone wolf, you don't know when the money's coming in. And people are fucking slow. People are always slow to give up their money. They want all your shit. Where's the script at? Can I see it? Give it. Can we see some checks? They always want the script really fast, and they want to pay you like really fucking slow. Okay, so there's times if you're a lone wolf, you have no money came in for 3 months, shit like this, 4 months, nothing, not a fucking single penny. And then shit will be like, and then a check will drop for like 60 grand, 40, 30, 20, 5 grand, 80 grand, all in like a real quick spot. And you're like, okay, now we're cool again. It's fucking wild, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't recommend being a manager if, unless you're with someone who's stable, because the industry is not fucking stable. You know what I mean? I don't know what people think, but it feels like people think like, I'm going to get into the industry. Once I'm signed by an agent, then I'm fine. Then I'm set for life. No, sir, no, ma'am. That's not how it works. I've known writers that Sherry used to represent. They were getting, and they're not even big, but they were getting 600 grand. They were mid-levels back then, right? 500, 600, 8, like high mid, and then it just fucking kapoof. They did a couple shitty scripts and it all went away. You know what I mean? Like, the industry is volatile, bro. That's what the fuck my point is. There's some people who are fucking made, obviously, who never have to work again if they don't want to. But that's a very rare breed. Very fucking rare. If you want to get into the industry, understand that it's fucking volatile, bro. And you might hit that spot. You might go up really high. And by the way, the next day after or that day when Gone Girl sold, boom, everybody has love for you. Everybody's inviting you to parties and shit. Oh, come to my event. And then when the movie comes out, you have a hit movie come out. It's a big hit. Oh, come to my party. Yeah, we always loved you. Until that fades out, then they stop inviting you to shit. That's Hollywood, bro. Everybody in Hollywood wants to be around the hottest people in town. That's how it works. And if you're married to people, then whoever the biggest person is in that marriage, they will go with them. Okay? Let's say you're whatever. Like let's say you're married to a director, right? Let's say you're an actor. You're more like character, something. You're married to a big director or executive, whatever. You guys are married. You guys are going to all the parties, events, and shit like this. If you get divorced, whoever's bigger, everybody goes that way. Okay? And you'll see who the fuck your true friends are. And you'll realize, holy crap, like, I've known some of these people for 20 fucking years, and now they won't accept my call. That's fucking crazy. I thought we were friends. Just over that. Just over appearances. Hollywood is a shitty world, man. Just understand what you're getting into, okay? And understand how the money works, all this kind of shit. Anyway, I guess I'm done. I'm probably going way too long. So I'll end there. Hopefully this was entertaining in some way, but I'm just trying to explain a bit of the backstory of like, how difficult it is to make money and why they would focus on big clients over you, commission. They're gonna go under the firing squad and have to prove why, and sometimes that would happen is the bonus would be too low, and then she would have to go back in and fucking make a second plea, basically, to like, this is what I did, let me lay it all out, and they're like, okay, cool, we'll kick you another like 40 grand or something like that. It's not fucking easy, man. Hollywood, the whole thing is fucking hard. It's not all glitter, bro. It's mostly fucking brutal. So if you understand that, then if you understand that, once you walk in the door, then you're not looking at CA or a place like that like magical. This is built on magic. No, this is built on blood, sweat, and tears from creative people who busted their fucking ass to build this place. CA, WME, all those, every single fucking building is built off the blood, sweat, and tears of fucking artists digging deep into their soul and fucking sharing it with the world and being judged for it and being put down and all this kind of shit, saying, fuck it, I don't give a fuck, man. I'll be one of those people. I'll be one of those courageous people to fucking talk about shit that no one else is gonna fucking talk about. And I'm gonna get maybe I'll get some money for it, cool, whatever. But people are gonna put me down. There's no winning this battle. There's no winning the battle of hearts. You know what I'm saying? It's not possible. There's no place you can get to where everybody loves you. That's never gonna happen. The higher you get, the more people hate you. So just understand what you're fucking getting into. That's all I'm saying. But I want to end with this. But at the end of the fucking day, you do have an out. But you gotta get your mind ready for that, because you see these celebrities and so forth. They don't want to give up. They keep getting plastic surgery and this kind of shit to try to stay relevant in this kind of shit, and they're losing their fucking minds. The smart ones are like, you know what? I did it. I came. I saw. I conquered. I did it. I killed it. I did some shit. Now I'm gonna go to fucking Wyoming and live on a ranch and feed some cows. You see what I'm saying? That's your fucking exit route. Hollywood was never meant to be a thing that you get in and you stay in for life. It was never meant to be that. You come into LA, sure. You want to live in LA still? Cool, whatever. But Hollywood, the industry, is not meant for lifers. It's meant for come in, do your time, make your mark, and then you kind of like bow out. Cool, thank you, I'm out. Okay, so that's it. Peace, guys. Good luck out there. This is not negative, bro. Even though it sounds real negative, it's not negative. I think it's positive because it's like you always have an escape route. Okay, so you don't always have to be famous. You don't always have to be the biggest thing in the world. Go in, do your shit, and then bounce, and then just live a happy life. Bye, guys.